Okay, good afternoon, everyone. This is Mayor Belinda, City of Gretna, along with the Chief of Police, Lawson. This video is to basically update our citizens about the state of emergency that we are engaged in, and to assure you that we as your elected officials have your best interest in mind and as a priority at all times, of course, is the health and well-being of you as we move through this COVID-19 crisis. First, I want to give you a little bit of update because we are daily in conferences with Parish President Cynthia Lee Shang at 1 o'clock each afternoon. And this afternoon, an update regarding that is that today's numbers are 240 positives at this time and 6 confirmed deaths here in the area. There are some further updates relative to assuring you that as testing increases for people throughout this area, that these numbers are expected to dramatically increase. So please don't be alarmed, but it's because as the volume of testing increases, they predict so will the positives. I have some other information relative to business information and other government services information, but before I get into that, I want to turn it over to Chief Lawson for updates on his end.
Well, thank you, Mayor. And you know, this is a very fluid and changing situation. You know, we try to be as transparent as possible and push the information out as quickly as possible as we get it. However, you know, it changes so rapidly with the information that we're receiving from the state level and the parish level that a lot of times it may seem that the information is not getting to the public. That was one of the reasons that the mayor and I spoke about trying to do this on a daily basis and push the information out so the public does know. I can assure you that from the police department standpoint, we are prepared. You know, we've been through many disasters and dealing with hurricanes, and I think, you know, we're very well aware of what we need to do. Although this is quite different than dealing with a hurricane, we know with a hurricane with time and about when the hurricane is going to make landfall and can be prepared for that. As I said, this is a changing situation, so it makes it a little different, but our police department, our EMS is prepared. One of the things I do want to mention is, you know, the state is setting up a testing site outside of the city of Gretna at the Ilario Center. You will see possibly some of the Gretna Police Department EMS services and some of Gretna Police Department resources outside of the city of Gretna at the Ilario Center. Don't be alarmed. Don't think that this is resources that we're taking out of the city that are going to shortchange our citizens. These are resources that, well, extra ambulance, backup ambulance for the city that we'll be sending up there with additional personnel that will be funded not by our citizens, but by the state, and some other resources that they need. So if you do see Gretna Police Department resources outside of the city, be assured that we're still protected within our city. But we're here as not only the city of Gretna, but the parish of Jefferson, the state of Louisiana, and we're in this all together as a whole, and we want to make sure that we protect not only our city, but all the citizens in Jefferson Parish. Yeah.
Thank you, Chief. So at this time, we have some further information, or maybe just reiterate information that maybe some of you are already aware of. As you've heard from the governor and Parish President Lee Shang, all of our restaurants are closed for inside service, and that's to avoid large gatherings and help to stop the spread of this virus. As well as our fitness centers are also closed here in the city of Gretna. But please keep in mind that all of these restaurants, or at least most of these restaurants, are open on both sides of the expressway and the surrounding area of the city, offering curbside service, takeout orders, and also catering where they are needed. So please continue to patronize these local businesses, the restaurants and other businesses in the area, to afford them the opportunity to continue to stay open. We are currently working as we speak on a list of restaurants so that we can push them out on the city's Facebook page as well as our website. who are engaged in offering these services and the times that the services are being offered. So if you are interested in that, you can please call into City Hall, and I'll give that number at the conclusion of this so that you can be a part of this running list that will be shared on our Facebook page and website. Also, we had an emergency council meeting last night. In that meeting, it spoke about, and the council passed resolutions to give way in some areas of our sign ordinance to assist with these businesses and restaurants continuing to operate in a different fashion. Some facts about that ordinance today is that the ordinance approved a 2x4 sign or 8 square feet per sign for these businesses. You can use those signs within 300 feet of your business, and your total maximum signage would be 6 signs per business. If you are a business and you are using directional signage so that you're trying to create a queue for pickup of some sort, those directional signs are not calculated in the maximum number of signs that you can have. So that was something that was new yesterday. Also, I know some of you do have an adjusted hour or adjusting your hours, and that's fine and can include that on those same signs. Our parks are closed as far as the organized recreation component, as well as the building itself, our gymnasium. But you are welcome to walk around the parks, walk on the levees, of course, using social distancing that we keep hearing about every day on the news. But you still have the opportunity to get out and enjoy the pleasant weather that we're having. So the parks are open to personal recreation, but nothing that is organized. Our Gretna Farmers Market is open this Saturday and will remain open every Saturday until other farmers markets throughout the metropolitan area have look at closing. As far as our seniors, we want to ensure our seniors that we are here for you. The Gretna Police Department, EMS, as well as city government is here to meet any of your emergency needs. Please do not hesitate to call City Hall if there is an emergency situation that we need to help you deal with if you are away from family members or have no one else that you can call on at this point in time. Relative to our city government is currently working with a limited staff and with the essential employees, but we are open and operating. Our essential services such as water and sewer and garbage is in place and is operating as normal. We're accepting payments by kiosk, which is at the front of City Hall. We are able to accept water payments and other payments as such at that kiosk. We also have, as most of you are aware, a drop mailbox that is a green mailbox on the northbound side of UEP Lawn. And if you use that, you don't even have to park or get out of the car. We can receive payments that way, just drop them in the box. We're asking you, please do not deposit cash payments in that box. For those of you who are used to online payments, of course, that is the best way to be able to continue to pay would be online. We do have some services also available by phone for call-in payments. I believe for me that is all that we have for this time. I don't know if the chief wants to add anything.
No, I just say, if you can stay at home, stay at home. That's certainly the best thing to do. If you do get out and travel the streets, and as the mayor said, please try to visit the local businesses. Make an effort to try to at least take a day or two a week to, if not go to the businesses and get curbside service. Some are offering free delivery. Do that and make sure that we support our local business. But if you do decide to get out and drive around a little bit and just be careful. And a lot of people are distracted with everything that's going on around them. Make sure that you're careful of your surroundings and where you're at. And if you feel uncomfortable in anything, dial 911, call us. We're here to make sure that everyone's protected and we're ready to serve. Thank you.
Thank you.